Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My goal today is to show you why, with proper precautions, gun defense is a must in the home. This is a topic very personal and dear to me because I myself was a victim of a violent crime. It was March 3rd, 2003. I was up Erie visiting some friends and family, just any old holiday. I was with my cousin and my brother, and we were driving around trying to meet some old friends and things like that. We went to a friend's house that my cousin knew, and we thought everything was fine. Went to the house, talking, just having a beer, regular time, having fun. Well, my cousin and my brother said they were running to the store. They would be back in around 20 minutes or so. Well, about 5 or 10 minutes later, around five gentlemen walked into the house. I didn't know any of them or anything like that. Apparently, the homeowner knew. Again, at first I didn't think anything about it, but it just didn't seem right. When the gentlemen came in, two of them went in the upstairs, two of them went in the kitchen, and one of them came in lived with me. Again, it just didn't feel right. I started talking to the gentleman. The gentleman asked me my name and everything. I talked to him. He said, "How do I know people up here?" I said, "I have family members up here, friends up here." And I used to have friends when I used to go to school up in New York. I used to come through here because I had some friends and family members. I went to Edinburgh and played sports at Edinburgh University. Well, a couple minutes later, the gentleman proceeded to tell me that there were real guys up here and things like that. So needless to say, by the time I realized there was a gun pulled on me, told me to lay down face first and give me everything in my pockets. Well, some told me that it wasn't going to be pleasant, so I defended myself. I was shot in the abdomen, as you can see, and I lost my spleen. It was a very difficult time for me. I traveled to Jacksonville Jaguars. I was about to go down there, and everything was just a very tough time for me at the time. And with that being said, unfortunately, in our society today, we've all shared tragedy, whether it was a loved one, a friend, at the hands of violence. Today, what I want to do today is I want to show you how, with legal gun protection, it can prevent a lot of tragedy. Not only can prevent a lot of tragedy today, I will also show you how you can protect your family and you can protect yourself without even firing a shot. I mean, everybody thinks that, okay, if I have a gun, I gotta kill or I gotta shoot. I mean, a lot of times, just with the protection of it and just with the proactiveness of it, it can save lives. According to the National Self-Defense Survey conducted by Florida State University criminologists, the rate of defensive gun uses in America can be projected nationwide to approximately 2.5 million per year. That's one gun defense usage every 13 seconds. Now that's a lot. That's saying a lot in the world that we live in today. And among that 15.7% of the gun defenders interviewed nationwide, the defender solemnly believed that someone almost certainly would have died had a gun not been used for protection. And in that, also a life saved by a privately held gun is documented to once every 1.3 minutes. In other words, 14.2% of cases, the defender said someone probably would have been killed had not been for the gun defense. Again, that's saying a lot. That's not saying that we're murdering or defenders or attackers. That just means that in the essence of having a gun to protect yourself, it not only prevents the crime, it prevents from you or your family members being harmed. Also, another case, in 83.5% of the same gun defense, the attacker either threatened or used force first, which dispenses the myth that having a gun for defense wouldn't have made the difference. Also, 91.7% of these defensive use of a gun did not wound or kill the criminal attacker. Now, right there, that speaks volumes. That means basically, with a gun, we use it to defend and save lives. And it also means that you were not killing anyone. Basically means with proper usage, we can safely defend ourselves and our families, and also not hurt or wound the attacker as well. Now, there's also myths that is all said often about suicides and things like that. Well, people use guns for suicides and things in that nature. Another, according to, again, the National Self-Defense Survey done at Florida State's criminologist, defenses against a family member or intimate were rare. They were well under 10%, which means we can have them safely in our homes without anybody being hurt and murdered. That's 10%. I know that might seem like, I know some of you out there would say, well, 10% is not 0%, and we don't want to lose any of our children. Well, I mean, I am a father as well, and I don't want to lose any of our children as well. I'm just saying that what happened to me can be prevented in a proper way with gun protection. And for the people who say that guns are used in various things like suicides, well, when you make guns less available, it doesn't really reduce suicide. It causes people to basically use another means of to an ends. According to the American Journal of Psychiatry in March 1990, while gun-related suicides were reduced by Canada's gun protection laws in 1978, the overall suicide rate didn't go down at all with gun-related suicides. They were replaced 100% with things like hangings, suffocations to ourselves, things like that. So, unfortunately, what the statistics say is, if we're not going to use a gun, we'll just use something else. So, with that being said, again, with the things that I have some great literature. I have some related books. I have Targeting Guns, Firearms, and Control by Gary Clark. I have The Rest Defense by Robert A. Walters. Armed Female for some of the ladies out there by Paxton Quinley, if you want to see it from a women's point of view. Some research there. Thank you. Today I told you a little bit about my trials and tribulations and tragedies of life, and the reasons why I believe that gun safety is a must in society today. I hope I've opened some of your eyes to it, to at least consider and do more research on it. Again, our families, our friends, our protection is our responsibility alone when it's involved with the privacy of our home, or the privacy of us as people. And today I hope I implore that I've swayed a couple people and changed a couple people's perspective on this. Just be safe, and thank you.